Welcome to the Let's Talk BS podcast. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Sofia, and we're coming to you live from the
757.
Good morning, Bryan.
Good morning, Sofia. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
That's good.
Take two.
Take two, yeah. Definitely. How's everything been going with you?
Everything is going pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, everything is going pretty good. Haven't really been doing too much, but I feel like I've done a ton.
Yeah, I know the feeling, man. You look back and be like, dang, what did I actually do? But you feel like you've been doing a lot. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. Or it's either that or my body's saying, okay, slow down.
Nah, that's you just getting old. You just getting old, man. That's all.
But who just had a birthday?
Your boy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But
You're
still,
older than me.
I am older than you. Just because I had a birthday, my body not telling me what your body telling you.
Yeah, I guess so.
I can increase in age, but my body's not, feeling the age increase. And I'm good. I'd rather be in my position than yours. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. I know how that goes,
Absolutely.
Delusion comes with age.
Oh, man. Whatever. You silly. Delusion comes with. Nah, you get wiser with age,
That's true.
You get smarter and wiser,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody has to define that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So what's your past week been like this week?
Shoot. Like you said, my birthday was Monday.
Yep.
So that was great. It kind of, I ain't gonna say sucked, but
Why did it suck?
no, I didn't finish.
Oh.
Yeah. So
My
I was
bad.
gonna say no, just your birthday being on a Monday.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I was gonna say. Yeah, like it's when you look at, I don't know if you do this, but every year. I look and say, okay, hey, like when my birthday's coming close, they say I'm like a month out, I'll look and say, what day does my birthday fall on this year? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, it's a Monday. I do remember the last couple of years being on the weekend.
So let me ask you this. Okay.
Yeah.
So birthday was on a Monday.
Yep.
Last year your birthday was on what day?
I think it was either Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do differently
What I do
between the 2
differently?
days, the 2 years? What did you do differently? Did you go party? Did you hang out late? Oh, okay.
Nah, I didn't. I just think it looks better. It just looks better. You know how you look forward to the weekend? You know what I'm saying? Most people look forward to, hey, it's the weekend, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, my birthday is on the weekend. It's like that double effect, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I was looking forward to it being on the weekend,
Okay.
But it was on Monday. Because, really, with it being on Monday, I was really busy this year. I actually have 4 closings this week. So I got 3 today,
wow.
1 yesterday, and 1 actually on Monday. So I've had a pretty busy week when it comes to just
getting those files in order and
getting
stuff.
those all cleared to close. So on Monday I was kind of like doing the final touches on most of those files, making sure we had everything. So it was a pretty busy Monday. So I didn't get to normally like relax like I normally do my birthdays. I typically try to relax, not do very much.
Yeah.
And just take it in, think about what the past year, what transpired, and think about what I want, when I want to do with this coming up year. So that's normally what I do, but I really didn't get to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, on Monday, went out to eat. Went to my favorite restaurant here locally called Luce. Really good Italian spot. Brooke and the kids took me out there, so that was really fun. It was cool because my son, it's a pretty fancy restaurant. It's one of those restaurants where, you could tell a restaurant's fancy when they don't have like a kids menu, you know what I mean? So they don't even have anything tailored for kids. So, kids normally aren't going to be there. But, we went out with the whole gang and it was fun because I was teaching my son kind of like the etiquette at the table, like with the napkin and folding across your lap and using it because he's notorious to use the napkin like once and then he'll just start like trying to wipe his hands because he's just like trying to eat his food quick. He'll just be like either licking his fingers or wiping his hands. So I was like, son, you can't do that. You gotta at a nice table like this, you gotta eat a certain way. And I was showing him like where the glass goes and how you put the glass back and all of that. So he he liked it. He thought it was pretty cool. So. But yeah, we had a good time. The food was great. I had it was like this lobster dish. I normally get something else from there, but I had something new, which I normally don't try. I normally eat the same thing over and over again. So I tried something new, and it was actually really good. It was actually better than what I normally get from there. So
yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. I had the Peachy Keen. I know you're familiar with that drink there.
Yep.
So I had a couple of those, and just kind of chill with the fam, man. That's as you get older, at least for me. That's what it's all about. It's being around your loved ones. So,
Yeah. So I like their goat cheese and pesto.
Yeah.
It's so
I remember
good
you
to
mentioned
me.
that before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I hate olives. Like, I really don't like them at all. But that dish has olives in them. And what I'll do is I'll mix it up just to get, like, a hint of olive. But
Okay.
the actual olive, I'll pick out like a child.
Like a child. Yeah, I'm not. So Brooke, she ordered the charcuterie board.
Okay, I've had that before there.
Yeah, and they have like the goat cheese. They have olives on there, and even the kids, they were kind of picking from that as well.
Because it has, like, the little pickles on there and all the... Yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah.
I've pretty much had every appetizer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much every one. And then probably 4 to 5 of the dinner options.
Gotcha.
Because, as you know, when you go there, you have to order everything at once.
Yeah.
Which I don't like that, but...
Yeah, I didn't like it either. It was crazy because when we were there, we got our reservation was for 5:30, so we got there. It was nobody. There was a couple people sitting at the bar, but there was nobody in the dining room area eating. So I'm thinking, the service is gonna be pretty quick because literally there's nobody else to serve but us.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as like, in the dining
cooks
area.
wasn't ready yet. Y'all got there before the cook.
Yeah, but you can see, how Lucha is. You can see
it's
it was
transparent.
stacked. Yeah, they were right there, ready. And then we ordered, like you said, everything together. We ordered appetizer sheet, Brooke had
and lobster don't take long to cook, so it must have been one of your sides that wasn't ready.
So I don't know, because our order was very simple. I mean, like I said, we ordered all together. We ordered around like 5:40, and the appetizer came out within 5 to 10 minutes. Appetizer came out like that. I ordered some mussels, and Brooke had ordered the charcuterie board. Like the kids ate off of that, and I ate the mussels. And then we were done with that around 6. And our food didn't come out until 6:40. So it was like basically an hour from when we put our initial order in to when the food come out. And I understand them probably delaying because you order everything at one time. They want you to have time to enjoy your appetizer. I was kind of giving the benefit of that a little bit, like kind of timing
and to have hunger and build that up, have a couple drinks in between.
That build up was mean. I'm like, jeez. Like, I was like, man, it's taking a minute. But it delivered though. Like I said, all in all, it was good. We got the kids margarita pizza. So they really liked that. They was especially now was killing that joint. Like, so
yeah,
it was cool. But yeah, that's what was that was my birthday this year. That was Monday. I also played golf earlier this week. I think it was on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the weather was pretty decent, so I played golf with one of my buddies. He's been trying to get into it a little bit, so I showed him how to play. We actually played 9 holes, and that was his first time actually doing that. He's been to the driving range a couple of times, but we were able to, I kind of showed him how to actually play on a course and some of the etiquettes and things like that.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, outside of that, just working. It's been pretty busy. Like I said, for us, interest rates, have dropped recently. So it's gotten my phone, I know, ringing a lot. What about you?
Not so much. I haven't seen, because so for me personally, I haven't stopped getting referrals. I feel like they've been pretty consistent. It's just the quality of my buyer isn't the greatest sometimes. So, I'm having those conversations regardless.
Yeah.
And I've had people reach out and ask on their current applications, like, hey, did the rates go down? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want you to have high expectations. Like, they didn't go from a 7 to a 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did slightly go down.
Yeah.
So just like the news will portray that it's not a good time to buy and rates are crazy high, they do this. It has the opposite effect as well. So the minute that they discuss lower rates, people automatically think we have the pandemic rates.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not realistic. So
I had a couple conversations this week because people, like you said, people have, a couple of the contracts that I've gotten, that come in over the last couple of weeks because the media has put out there that rates are going down, have been going down. Folks are like, even agents will text me, Bryan, I heard rates are going down. Where they're at now? And I'm like, they were at like 8, now they're at like 7. Now they're actually in this,
they're in the 6s.
Yeah, there's some in the 6s now. So they are trending in the right direction, but it's still, they're still, there. They're not in the 3s or in the 4s or anything.
Exactly.
Like that, so.
Especially if you have, good to poor credit, or somewhere between a 600 and a less, like let's say a 720. Yeah, you would say. I would say about a 720. you're not going to get the best rate on the block anyway.
Correct. And that's something I want you to. I think that's something we can kind of just jump.
Because people, man, when they come, they like, I got a 620. I want, you know, a 5.5. And it's like, wait, your credit got to match your energy. Like,
man, listen. I got that same, like you said, same thing. And I think that's something that we need to touch on a little bit is that, you know, a lot of folks think that, you know, because of whatever the rate is, interest rates are at that time, that's what they can get.
Yeah.
And they're coming to us with barely, you know, passing credit scores.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna have to, you know, understand that if your credit score is just barely meeting the requirement, you know, there's risk involved, right?
Yeah.
You know, so we reward folks who have better credit. So if, you know, if they have over a 740 or just, you know, even 800 credit score, you know, they're going to get a higher interest rate. They're going to get the best rate that's available versus somebody who has like a 620 or 640 credit score.
Absolutely.
So that's a conversation that I had the other day. It's funny. I have a buyer who actually, literally right before we got on this, we got on the podcast, I had a buyer that's just got under contract, and we were in the negotiation aspect of the deal because she put an offer in, and it's a condo that she liked. It's really, really nice. It was listed right at $290,000 in Hampton. So it was funny because, like, the condo has been on the market for about a month now, right? And that's the thing right now. There's deals to be had, you know, because we're in a buyer's market, you know, because of interest rates have kind of put a lot of people not in a position to be able to buy or just not wanting to buy or thinking they can't buy, right? So
not wanting to buy, too. Yeah.
So the people that are actually out there buying right now, they're able to negotiate and get some things that are, you know, in their favor. And so this particular buyer, she was, you know, saying, hey, Bryan, like, I just want something, you know, we were on the phone with the agent, it was us on three-way, and she was like, hey, this house has been on the market for 30 days. She's like, do you think I can offer $250? I was like, what? $250? Because the house was listed for $290.
Yeah, but that's not even your lane. Like that.
Yeah.
Like calling you to ask you if you think
we were all on three-way. So the thing is, what she was trying to do is that she liked the payment at $250, and so she wanted the house, but the house was at $290. You know what I mean? So she was wanting to try to get this house, and because the house has been on the market, she felt that she can offer where she wanted to be versus, you know, an actual realistic offer for
she can.
Home. Yeah, but I mean, me and the agent told her, like, hey, I mean, it's not going to be accepted. Right. And then two, I mean, depending on who the seller is, they may take that as an insult, and they may just not want to do business with you. Because a lot of times, if you offer something that below, and this condo was built in 2021, so it's very new.
Very new.
Yeah, very new condo. So a lot of times, if there's something like a low ball offer like that, that's $40,000. You know, and it's not. The agent, you know, he said there's comps to justify. He said actually it's probably worth a little bit more than that, is what he said. It's actually worth probably closer to $300,000.
And it's in Virginia Beach?
Hampton.
Hampton.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So he was like, you know, so you'd offer $250, that's going to be an insult. So we ended up talking and kind of working through it. And so she did end up offering full price and asking for all the closing costs. And so they countered back by upping the price a little bit and giving the full closing cost to her. So it worked out, but it was just a funny conversation because she's one of those buyers. She has a 640 credit score, and we were talking about rates and all that. She wants everything under the sun, but I'm like, look, you know, you're just meeting in this regard.
Correct.
So you know, you can't get everything that you want. You can't get the best interest rate. You can't get, you know, all the closing costs and a $40,000, you know, price reduction on a home and all that. That's just not going to work.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, because you think about it realistically, right? We're taking a look at your credit report, right? So chances are it's not much you can lie about when it comes to did you pay something on time? Did you pay it back, right? So we're looking at your score, and if you have a 640, chances are there's some type of collection, some type of derogatory. It's something on your credit report that is holding you back, right? Yeah, we have, you know, a few people who just don't have credit. There are some unicorns out there that just don't use credit and they use cash for everything, but that's not usually the case. So when the lender is looking at the credit report and we see that you have not paid off this $1,500 bill or this, you know, $500 Comcast equipment bill, then the risk is higher. So in return, they're willing to allow you to have housing because everybody needs housing. but they are going to bump the rate up a bit. Yeah. But if your credit is good, you pay back everything, no collections, then you're going to get the best of the best rates that are available out there. So you just have to think about that from a standpoint that if you were in the lender's shoes and you were allowing someone to borrow money, who are you going to give the best opportunity to? You're going to give it to someone who has the likelihood of paying you back more likely than you would if it was someone who you knew didn't pay back too often, right?
Absolutely.
So we're gauging your ability to repay, how good that is. We understand that people, make mistakes and they bounce back and they're trying to, get back on track, but there's still risk involved. Yeah. So what we do, or what the lender does, they do hike the rate up a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay for it. I mean, that's the offset. You're able to get what you're wanting, but it's going to come at a little bit higher of a cost than someone who's been on time and done above and beyond when it comes to paying.
And look, you can either pay this, slightly higher mortgage, or you can rent and pay somebody else's mortgage. It's your choice.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
The choice is always yours.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, I never understand it. I have a niece that lives in Detroit, and I've been telling her for the past year, buy a duplex. Please buy a duplex. I will look for you a duplex. We can do this together, but you need to buy something. She's like, oh, my rent's expensive. I pay $1,500 or $1,700 a month for rent. I'm like, if you don't get this duplex, because the rent that the other tenant pays is going towards your mortgage. Yeah. And then you can still have a roommate in your side of the duplex and potentially be living for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the number one thing.
This is a no-brainer. I keep telling her this, and it's like I'm talking to a glass window.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. If I can do my real estate, career
journey all over again,
I have a duplex, which it brings in, besides the house we have in the Outer Banks, that house brings in the most money. If I could do it all over again, I would have bought.
Yeah, me
first.
too.
And I'd have bought a couple of them. I would have done that first, and then the second year I'd have bought another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that duplexes and multifamilies are definitely the way to go when it comes
absolutely.
to you don't have any obligations, and you're not looking to be in your forever home, but you're just looking for a place to live and get started out. I mean, because in most cases, even in this higher rate environment, literally, one of the closings that I have today, it's a buyer who's military, who's VA. He works at the airport, and he told me, we were having a conversation. He was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "I'm just trying to find different ways to supplement extra income." He's like, he works at the airport. He works a lot of overtime, which has him missing, time from his daughter. He has 2 kids. His daughter's starting to be, I think she's 10. She's starting to be in extra activities, and he's like, "Man, I'm missing out on things. But I'm trying to figure out ways I can make a couple extra dollars, and all I've been doing is working overtime, but." That's normally on the weekends or at night, and those are the times that she's doing these activities or whatever, right? So, we had a conversation about how he can strategically utilize his VA loan, because he's a single guy, and, he's buying a duplex, he's closing on it, even in the higher rate environment, like you said, that we're in right now. I think he's at a 6.75. He has good credit. He has a 740 credit score, and the mortgage on it's going to be 18 and some change. And each side is going to rent for $1,300.
Yeah.
And so, he's going to be able to make about $800 a month, extra money, supplement, and he said, he's going to potentially, live in it, and then rent it out, when he leaves. And he says we're going to probably try to do it again next year. So,
yeah. And then the good thing about that particular situation is if rates go down lower, let's say he locked in at that 6.5% rate, and next year rates get down to 5.5%. He can easily refinance, save a few $100s in his pocket, and then come next year when, the leases are renewing, as the landlord, he can increase the rent a little bit, $50, $100, whatever the market is doing at that particular time. So it's just always a win-win situation when you're a homeowner, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always. So you want to know what's funny? So obviously, I'm sitting here in front of the camera, but every time, we get calls, I have my phone to the side, but Bryan has his phone. And this new update that that iPhone has when people call you in this huge picture of someone on your phone. So let me give you a little background information. So I was talking to an agent, right? Mm-hmm. And this is when I first did the update. It was the same day. It updated overnight, and then the next day, obviously, is when I got the incoming calls start to, update with the pictures or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I guess I had not noticed that pictures were coming up, right? Yeah. So I answered the phone, and I answered it the old school way, like up to my ear, right? Because usually I have some sort of iPhone, iPad, what is it called? Earbud, something in my ear, right? Yeah. So I answered it, and I'm talking on the phone, and they asked me a question that I needed to use my phone to verify. So I took my phone and went to put it on speaker so I can go to my email, and it was this big ass picture of this person and a wife or a girlfriend or whoever it was on there. And it scared me. And I almost dropped my phone. I was like, hold on, wait, because I thought somebody was looking at me. Like, it was just, like, too realistic. And I was like, oh, I don't like this update.
Yeah, I mean, you've always had pictures, but it's so big right now. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, cause
it needs to be put back in that little circle. Yeah, because that really, it startled me. I was like, okay,
so you just saw the person that called me. You saw her picture, right?
Yeah. So when I saw that, it just no. Hers is professional. It's cute, but some people don't. They have just their normal day-to-day pictures on there.
Yeah, you're right.
So it just scared the hell out of me. I was like, whoa, this big picture of Yeah. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't like this update.
I'm trying to think, am I going to put a picture up there? Should I put, are you going to do that? Or no. You're not going to put your picture up there? Like a professional picture at all?
No. Not unless I take one, I guess. But no, I don't have the desire to, every time I call or something like that, there's this big ass oversized picture of me. No, I am good. I'm not a picture person, or I don't really care to be in front of a camera and all that stuff anyway. So no, that's not what I would like to do.
I understand. Mm-mm. I was thinking about it. I may do it. I don't know. I may do it, but it is funny. Like I said, I've noticed it as soon as I bought the new iPhone. I think it was like maybe almost a month ago now. It was right early November. Okay. But yeah, same thing. I mean, I had somebody call me, and I was like, I don't know if I jumped, but I was just like, dang, like it was just like bright. Like I think it was like at nighttime, and I was like I don't know if I was in the bed or I was like sitting on the couch or something, and like literally the call came, and it was like a big picture. I'm like, dang, it was like a very vibrant light, that showed up or whatever. Yeah. So that is funny.
If I do the picture, I'm gonna do something silly. I'm gonna be like, see you. So every time I call, it's
that would scare the crap out of me. And me and you talk pretty frequently, so don't do that, because I'll be scared as crap. I'll be like, oh no, like so
Or I should make my my picture the warning sign. So every time I call, it's this big warning sign on your phone.
Another thing too, man, about like I mentioned, I got the new phone, man. Apple be getting you, yo. They got the new charger, too, now.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a USB-C.
Yeah, so
he said something about the new charger to me, and he was like, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the old one. I was like, USB-C? He said, I don't know which USB.
I didn't know they had extra, like, hyphens after USB. I just know USB. That's it. I don't know USB-C. She asked me, I was like, I don't know what a USB-C is. But all I know is it now, because I have like 8 of the other chargers
and stuff. Yeah.
And so now this is going to require me to get, now a whole bunch of the.
You got some lightning speed chargers for your phones?
Lightning speed chargers.
Yeah, the ones that came with your original iPhone when you bought the last one. It has the big block.
Oh yeah, I got the blocks. Yeah.
With the cord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me have those.
Yeah, you can have them.
I want the lightning ones, because I can put my phone on a charger, the one in my bedroom, and in 15 minutes it's fully charged. 15, 20 minutes. Yeah,
No way.
Not zero, probably like.
Well, you know me, I
10%.
So it's funny. I know you talked about this before too. Like for me, it's like I equate my phone battery to like my gas tank.
Oh,
right?
no.
So my phone battery, I normally don't put my phone on the charger until it's like
dead.
Yeah. So that joint is like, B, plug me up. Plug me up, B. Nah. I'm over here hurting. You know what I'm saying? So, so it sounds like, I know you told me that, I think we had a conversation about it before, and you were talking about, me riding with my gas tank all the way low, and you saying that you get your gas, I guess, once it's like a quarter tank or something like that, or whatever.
Shoot, yeah.
So how, like, with your phone, is it kind of the same when it comes to your phone charger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny how that, like, dynamic is, like, similar.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
So once it gets to red, you know how, well, I have mine's cut on. Do you have your percentage on that shows? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So once it gets to red. 20% then? Yeah. 20%. Yeah. Then I'm going to try and find a charger to plug it up to. Now, if I'm not around a charger, then I can do about that. But I am the person that as soon as I get in my car, I put the charger into my phone. Even if I don't have like, even if I'm at a full battery, I don't know why I do that. It's just a habit. Yeah. And then I also have the wireless charger in my phone in my car where you just set the phone in there and then it
that joint
picks up.
It'd be hit or miss, man.
Yeah,
because I have that too, and it'd be literally like.
So you have to have a special case. I think you have to have the. You ever seen the cases with the circle on the back? Mag safe or something. Mag. So I think those are the cases that you need in order to because it's not picking up the signal from the phone. Yeah. So when you put the case on there, it buries it.
Gotcha.
So you can't do it. But anyway, yeah. Yeah,
that's funny how, like I said, it's just funny how that equates, for me, because I don't normally plug my phone up until like it needs to be charged, but it sounds like you plug your phone up just periodically when you're in the situations where the
other day I do with my cell phone, but I don't periodically just go get gas every time I lose some. But so let me tell you, the other day, my gas tank. So I knew that I was down to like this particular day. I can't remember what I did, but I had to like run and do stuff. So I went home that night with like 20 or 30 miles left in my gas tank. So that morning I was like, okay, before I do anything else, I'm gonna go to the gas station first. So of course it's me, Carter, I got his backpack, my purse, other little stuff that I'm trying to like get out the door to go do something. Mm-hmm. So we get all the way to the gas station. Tell me why I left my purse at home.
Oh, wow.
So I get to the gas station. I got like 27 miles on my car. And I'm like panicking because I got to go all the way back home and then drive all the way back to the gas station. And then, pump my gas and stuff like that. But I was like terrified. Oh, like I am not the person to get that low. And the reason why I'm not is because back when I was in college, I used to play with Faith like that. And I ran out of gas because it was the winter time. I ran out of gas and I was so scared because I was like 18. I was so scared. I thought I was going to get in trouble because my dad used to always tell me, like, don't let your gas tank get that low. And I wasn't too familiar with cars. So I flooded my fuel injection, and then I ended up doing something with the engine because I was like trying to start it, I was like, I can just get to the gas station.
Gosh.
Completely fucked my dad's car up. Like it was
terrible.
Done.
That's terrible.
He had to tow the car from where I went to school all the way back to his house, which was like $400 or $500. And back then, that was a lot of money.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so ever since then, I'm going to get up and go put some gas in my car. I'm not getting that low.
I got a funny story.
And back then, you couldn't tell.
That's what I was going to say. So right now, you shouldn't be so feeling like that because you can tell. I mean, it literally tells you like where you're at. You know what I'm saying? But you don't believe it. You don't trust? You got trust issues?
No, I got trust issues. Yes.
You got gas tank trust issues?
And then on top of that, like, what if it's like, What if it's like too cold or too cold or too hot outside? You know how your tires, right? When it's cold and hot, the air kind of gets low and high depending on the temperature outside. What if your gas tank does that?
It don't do that.
You don't know that as a fact.
I know it don't do that. You just creating these falsities, like just you know what I mean? Like that ain't even real. Like you Look, you sound like these buyers we be talking to sometimes, just creating stuff for no reason.
I have experience. Like
But yeah, I'm just saying like I guarantee you that was why they put the miles there now, so you know where you're at. It's no guessing game. I have a story. So I had a situation. Don't judge me. I had a situation because I know you like to judge people.
I do not judge people.
Jury and judge.
I do not judge people. Don't put that out there.
So I remember I was college, same thing. This was when I came back home, so I was probably like 20. So I was a little older than when you were. Mm-hmm. And no, I was 20.
25.
Nah, I wasn't 25. I was 25. You know what's funny, too? I actually, on my Facebook today, came up a memory of when I was 25. It was 12 years ago. And I was laid out on the ground. Hold on. Let me see if my memories, I'll show you. But let me get to my story. Anyway, I remember I was 20, and I went to a party.
Turn your mic, Turn your mic. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of loose. But I remember I was 20 and I was coming home. I went out that night and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I was coming home, I guess probably, from a party club or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was starving and my gas tank was on E. And I was like, man, I did not feel like stopping and pumping gas right now. I just want to get to the home and I want to get something to eat and get home. Mm-hmm. So I remember I'm coming off the interstate. To my left, there's a McDonald's. To my right, there's a gas station. So I was like, which one am I gonna go? Which one am I gonna go to first? Your boy went to the McDonald's to get me a quarter pounder with cheese. I'm in the drive-thru. My joint start putt-putting. My car said, I said, oh. I was like, oh gosh. So I remember. I was like, the girl, like, I'll never forget it. The girl was like. She like looked at me kind of funny because like my car, I think it was basically like running out of gas. It was like dying, right? So I was like, oh man, I was like, well, I'll be right back. And I sped out the parking lot and I felt it like kind of it was like about to fall out, like it was about to die on me. And I made it to the gas station, pumped gas, came back around and got my food and went home.
You should have went with your first. You should have got the gas first.
But see, you would have got the food quicker. My plan. Yeah, you're right. You're right 100%. But I was just trying to, because at least I'm pretty sure you had experience growing up. You're like at nighttime, those like fast food places lines get really, really long, right? Like when everybody comes out and everybody
that's true.
So that particular time, it was for whatever reason. I don't know if I left a little early or whatever, but that line was not long at all. I think it was maybe one car in the drive-thru. So I was like, I felt by the time I get the gas and do that, it was gonna be a long time.
And you still ain't learned your lesson.
Yeah, if I had that same situation, which I would never, because I'm not going to be out late doing that. But if I had that same situation,
not late, but
if I had that same situation, I would go get gas before I would go get food.
Okay,
I would. Yeah, I learned.
Moral of the story is put gas in your car and don't go on low. Yeah. Don't get too low. Yeah. Is the moral of the story.
That is definitely the moral of the story.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore. I'm done with that life. I lived the life on the edge when I was 18 and I learned my lesson real quick.
Yeah.
I cost my dad like so much money. I was like, I'll never do this again. Yeah. I don't even want to spend the money. It's like I felt his pain at the age of 18.
If
so
my
I was
daughter
like,
did something like that,
I can't even imagine doing it to myself, because then at that point, what J. Cole say? One time,
fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, fool me twice. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Something.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That's just an old saying. I mean, that's an old saying anyway. Yeah. Speaking of music, I know we typically we talk about real estate, mortgage, etc.
Later,
business. But Diddy.
Oh.
We talk BS. That's the name of the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So I know that's kind of a sensitive subject going on. I'm like, I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit. I mean, again, we don't know what's going on for real. But, it's crazy because I always looked up to Diddy, and it's not like that, but like in a sense of like his entrepreneurship, me being an entrepreneur. Growing up, music. I went to Invest Fest a couple months ago, saw him speak, felt like I learned a couple of things I took home with me. And now I'm, all these different allegations are coming out about, him first, his ex-girlfriend, Cassie, and then like these other women now even I heard an underage girl as well. So like, geez, man, like stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, and then I seen he settled that. And let's talk about that, because I know I had a conversation with the fellas a couple days ago about this, where Cassie, or Casey, I don't even know how to say her name. Cassie, okay, Cassie. She had a civil lawsuit against him, and he settled it in like 24 hours. Like, I mean, it literally, I don't even know if the sun went up and went down. You know what I mean? It literally was that quick, right? And so, like, we were talking about like how other people have tried to sue Diddy, like other like rap artists, for their masters and things, and Diddy's kind of let things prolong a long time and let litigation go through and all of that. And so, with this situation, is that in your mind, right? You as a woman, is that in your mind him admitting guilt at all? Like, do you think there's any guilt involved with someone settling, even though that's like it could be a strategic,
there's some sort of guilt anytime you settle. So if there's any reason, what they say, beyond a reasonable doubt, that may have occurred, then that's the reason why he settled. Now, everything that she accused him of, is it true? Maybe. But the only thing that she can document is the things that she saved. And obviously, whatever she saved, it was enough for him to pay her out $30 million. So he did something. $30 million is a lot of money.
So
for you to be innocent.
I think, I agree with you. I kind of look at it a little bit differently, though, as far as like, I think one of the reasons, if not the main reason, I don't know, this is just me, my thoughts, reviewing the situation or, hearing about it, that he probably settled because he didn't even want to go to court. Because, typically when something goes to court, there's a whole bunch of different stories that come out about, because, you have to go to court, talk about what happened and all that or whatever. So I feel like you're right in the sense of there's probably a lot more that wasn't really talked about, that wasn't highlighted, that he probably just wants to avoid those conversations being put out there and talked about, and just say, hey, here's the money, go away type of thing. So I just thought that was crazy.
Yeah, but
man.
I mean, $30 million is still a lot of money.
Of course.
Right?
Of course. But I mean, he's a billionaire, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's one of the situations where 30 million, 30 million is a lot of money, but to him, I mean, it's gonna hurt, but that's not that crazy though for someone of his stature. I'm just talking about, but all of his companies that he works with, all the different ownership things he has. And so if he goes to court and let's say they say, oh, Cassie, sits at the, they go through litigation and she talks about these certain instances that happen, and she goes a little bit deeper than what she, put out there on this particular, I guess on this lawsuit. Like it could look way worse, and then it could be a situation where he has a lot. He can lose way more than $30 million. You know what I'm saying? You know? So
but the minute that now, in retrospect, right? The minute that he settled that quickly, now everybody's looking for a piece of that check.
Correct.
Or a piece of change. You know what I mean? Like, now you got people, or like, let's say video girls that were in videos back then who really didn't build a career. They just did it back then, and now they're normal working people, right? Now you have people who are coming out and was like, oh, well, I was a victim too. And from what, I wasn't around back then, I mean, obviously, he's 50, so he did a lot of stuff even before we became of age. But from what I remember back in the day, especially when you look at the Uncle Luke videos and the dance parties that was on Miami Beach when, people like Jay-Z and all these different individuals, like, there was no respect to women. If you look at those videos, none.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was on camera.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when Nelly took a credit card and swiped a girl's ass. Do you remember that?
Tip drill video. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so there was no respect to women on camera. So as a woman, I can only imagine
behind closed doors.
Doors, what you doing? If you allowing me to do this, you know, and display it to the world.
Yeah.
Now, is it wrong? Still, yeah, it's still wrong. You know, disrespect. But I feel like both parties have to have some level of responsibility in the situation.
Oh, of course.
You know?
Of course, yeah.
So I'm not saying that he's not guilty of what he was doing, but based on what I see as an older person, as my age group, looking back.
You said older person? You about to say older person?
As my age group, looking back to the older people that were doing
now
these
you're
things.
Excluding yourself?
No, because Diddy's 50.
Okay.
Jay-Z's 50. All these people who were doing Dame Dash, all of them that did that stuff, they're all older than us.
Yeah.
So when we were younger, we were looking at their videos and like seeing how they acted in the videos, and you know, I mean, it is what it is. Both parties were involved.
Yeah.
You know, even the girl, what's her name? Something about head. Something about giving head. You know what I'm talking about?
Something about giving head.
Yeah, she's a girl that everybody like.
Oh, Superhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Corinne
her.
Stephens.
Yes.
Corinne Stephens, yeah.
Yes.
She had that book.
She talks about where she outed so many different people.
Yeah.
And she was doing some of that stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure half of it was disrespectful from men, but half of it was her just trying to get famous.
Yeah. But that's from what I've seen. I mean, that's what the majority of it is. I mean, you know, you could sell, you know, guys sell stuff to the girls saying, hey, you know, you
right.
Can,
that's all it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that's all it was because I'm pretty sure there's some real victims out there.
Yeah.
But and even Cassie, I think that she was a victim. I think that she may have been in an abusive relationship. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to touch on that. That was something. I know that's something that's in you know, there's been a big topic within our community. Folks talking about it. I know I've had a conversation at the barbershop about it, just amongst the fellas, you know, in group text, you know, whatever. Just like, dang, like, you know, this is crazy. So
yeah.
I guess we'll see what comes from it. So it's crazy though.
Yeah. Yeah. I know somebody who's by his side though, Carisha.
Oh yeah, are they still together?
I don't know if they're still together, like officially a couple, but I do know that I've been seeing like pictures of paparazzi and them still
They're still kicking it together.
Yeah, doing stuff like, you know, going out to eat and stuff like that. So.
I saw. Speaking of, you know, obviously the hip hop era that we grew up on, I saw that Nelly and Ashanti are expecting. I saw that.
Is that real?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did they post it?
She said it.
Where'd she say it at? I was looking for that.
Yeah. She said it, I think like in an interview or something like that.
I was looking for it because I didn't know. I know that Nelly had touched her stomach at some type of like benefit that they were doing. Mm-hmm. And he like touched her stomach and like rubbed her stomach. But obviously she's not that far along if she is pregnant and you can't tell. But because they individually didn't post it, I just was like, well, you know,
I guess...
I'm going to believe it when they post it. Because, I mean, he could have just been
in the group chat that I'm in,
they posted the interview.
Yeah, well, they didn't post the interview. They posted, like, the
clip.
The words, I guess. You know how somebody, like... Talks in that.
Subtitles?
I guess you can call it subtitle or whatever you want to call it. So,
yeah. Well, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's dope. I thought that's dope.
I've seen a lot of people talking crap about them online, saying, because I was, like I said, I was actively looking for that, because I wanted to know if it was true for real.
Yeah.
And there was just people, like, just bashing her, just saying, like, you know, he left you a long time ago for the other girl, and now you're going to be a baby mama, not a wife. And I was like... Why are you even speaking on this? This isn't even any of your business. Like, these people are 40 and 50 years old. Let them live life.
Yeah.
For the rest of the life that they have.
I just think it's funny though. Like, it's funny because a lot of the people who be, and again, to each his own. How I am, I have my life. People live their life.
Yeah.
You know, whatever floats y'all boat, y'all do what y'all do. But and whatever makes you happy, do what you do. But Like, I just think it's funny. A lot of times, the people who are commenting on other people's
ain't got
life,
nothing going on.
They doing, they or not even not, they got nothing going on. They doing the same stuff. Like, the same things that they're critiquing people about. Oh, you a baby mama. Like, they baby mamas too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I just find it very funny, man. You know what I mean? I just think that's very funny because a lot of times,
absolutely true.
A lot of times you see that, and I'm just like, that's crazy.
Or they not a baby mama and they super single, like ain't had a man in like 20 years. Yeah. Like, that's super single right there.
Yeah. It's funny how people always got an opinion on other people's stuff, man.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. I mean, these people, Nelly's 50. Like, he done been through some things. He done watched his sister pass, I think. He's a full-time father to his sister's children. He has his own children.
You be knowing how you know all that? You be knowing stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. They're all grown now. Mm-hmm. But when his sister passed away from, I think, some type of cancer or something, some type of fatal type of disease, and she passed away, he took in her children as in full custody and took care of them until they were adults. And I think one of them do something in the music industry. I don't know what she does, but I believe she kind of dabbles into it. She's not in the spotlight. I don't know if it's like she's a direct singer or something. Maybe I think it has something to do in the background. Maybe like a producer or something she does. Okay. I don't know exactly what it is. And then Ashanti's 40-something? Like, I mean, if I were 40-something and I didn't have any kids and I had the desire to be a mother, I would not care if I was married or not. I just want to have a baby and survive the pregnancy and not have a child that has a disability. That would be my worry at that age, because it's tough having kids and you know beyond what 36, I think. Mm-hmm. Like, I
mean, it's having kids, period. But
after 36, that's just, it changes the game for women. And then once you get to 40, and I believe she has to be over 45, right?
I think Ashanti, I remember I used to have a crush on Ashanti when I was a kid.
Yeah, but
so I think I'm 37. Ashanti got to be like 42, 43. I remember she was like 5 or 6 years older than me.
Yeah.
Because I was always like, yo, if I meet her, you know what I'm saying? So.
Hopeful dreaming. Hey.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What you was gonna say to her? If Ashanti walked in the door right now, what you was gonna say?
Uh-oh. What's popping tonight? Nah, I'm playing. Right now, I mean, I would tell her congratulations. Back then, that's what I would have said. So.
Yeah. I mean, not right now, like married now, but I'm just saying, like, if you were single and right now she walked in, I don't think you would say nothing. I think you would be starstruck.
Nah, I wouldn't be starstruck.
You don't think so?
Nah, I'm older now, man. There's not very many things that would make me starstruck. I've seen a lot of famous people. I've been in a lot of places, seen a lot of things. I mean, I wouldn't be starstruck at this age.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe maybe 15, 20 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. 15, 20 years ago, you'd have been starstruck. You'd have been like, yeah.
Yeah, they people just like we is, man.
They are.
Like, I've learned that when I was younger, I would put them on this pedestal and think like, oh man, like, but nah, man. As I've gotten older and understand, man, nah.
Yeah, I remember when I was 20, and I was like 19 or something like that. I took my first trip to Miami. And I remember being down there, and I was like, "Oh man, all these celebrities they walk on the street like us. They got feet. Look."
Yeah, they got feet, right? They ain't just floating, right? They just floating across it, right?
I remember going to the movies, and I saw what's Kim Kardashian's ex, Reggie Bush?
Yeah.
Reggie Bush. He was right behind me. We were like in line getting tickets to go watch a movie, and he was like right behind me with his girlfriend, and I was like, That's him? Like, he looks so much different on TV. Mm-hmm. Dude's shorter than me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I was like, oh, man. Yeah. You can't believe what you see on TV. And then after that shell or you know, I wasn't starstruck anymore. I was like, oh, they just, you know, whoever, you know, walk right past them like, oh, hey, keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, and for me, the moment, I guess, for me that was like that was in, I remember 2009. I remember same place. I was in Miami. I went
yeah,
there.
you go down there
I went down there, and it was Memorial Day weekend. It was me and the fellas, and I mean, literally, I seen every celebrity that I've ever like. I mean, like you said, everybody, they were just amongst us. I mean, I remember the dude, the singer Lloyd. I actually like his music a lot. Lloyd, he was like asking us like what's going on. Like my buddy, he smoked weed. He was like, yo, like, where you think that, I can smell it on you. Where can I cop something from? Like, it was just like, I was like, yo, it was just like weird to me. Like, I was just like, they were all around or whatever. So that moment, when that happened, I was like, oh yeah, they just like us. They just around here chilling. You know what I'm saying? So,
even with some of the celebrities that used to come in, I used to work at a particular bank, and they used to come in, you would think like high-level celebrity, like probably like Beyonce or somebody, they're probably not going into a bank. They probably have people that handle that stuff for them. But there was so many people that would just stop by the bank just to pick up some cash, and you'll be like, oh my God. But you can't say nothing. You can't talk about it or anything. But I remember like working in the branch, keeping it completely professional, not trying to like, say too much, not even in having conversation about their work, just strictly talking about what they were there for. Yeah. And then being out on South Beach, right? And now I'm in my, I would say party regular attire, right? South Beach attire. And people calling me out and was like, hey, baby girl from the bank.
Oh, for real? Associated with the bank? Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, so I stopped that when I was younger. But moving forward, back into real estate. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I need to, put some people on speed. I'm like, hey, you need a mortgage? Look, I'm trying to buy a house.
Right, yeah. I actually still need to finish some of my licensing things.
I need to pay for mine.
Yeah, I gotta finish some of the continuing education form. That's something I'm gonna try to knock out next week for all the different states that I'm licensed in. So this week went by fast to me.
It did.
Yeah, it was like I said, just because of the amount of business and my birthday, I just felt like it was a lot. And shout out to everybody who said happy birthday to me, man. That was really appreciative. I got a lot of texts, phone calls. I was overjoyed, man. It was pretty cool. Man. Some folks I didn't even realize, they paid attention. Yeah. These are like Facebook, hey, I see your birthday's on Facebook, you know what I mean, type of thing. So it was pretty cool.
It's always nice getting those people that reach out to you that like how you haven't talked to in a minute. Yeah. And they reach out. Those ones are pretty good.
And then just like, not just like a happy birthday, but like I actually had like probably like 6 to 8 people like either call me and like talk to me and like give me some like really good words of like, yo, like I really appreciate you, how you've been an asset in my life. And then I have some long text like, hey man, like, I really appreciate who you are, what you stand for. Like you've always been a solid dude. So it was good, man. Really
this
good.
New era of like speaking on your feelings is dope. Yeah. Seeing a lot of people do that. Mental health is getting people to express themselves a lot better than what it used to be.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, you got to, man. That's healthy. I've always been like that, man. That's how my dad is. You know what I mean? Like, he's quiet. He would keep to himself, but the people that he loved, he would let them know how he felt.
How he felt about them.
I mean, so yeah,
that's cool.
That was always something that how I do things.
Yeah. That's what's up. All right.
But what you got going on? Anything else? I guess mortgage, real estate related. I mean, we know the.
I have a closing today. Well, I had a closing. Closed at 9:30. So about an hour and a half ago. I had a closing. I have one on Monday as well. Okay. And then today I'm actually driving up north to like the Richmond area to go pick up my little cousin. Okay. He wants to come down here for the weekend, so I'm gonna go and pick him up. May go to Busch Gardens. I'm not really 100% set on that because I don't know how I feel about driving back and forth. Like going to get him today and then going to Williamsburg tomorrow, and then that's just a lot. And I'm not big on driving like that, so we'll see. Yeah. And then if not, we'll probably check out the Christmas lights at the oceanfront. Or if we don't do that, than the botanical gardens. But I do want to do something Christmas related this weekend because it's going to be 68 degrees on Saturday and it's not going to be raining. So I want to do something when it's a little bit warmer because last year me and the kids went and it was cold out there, y'all. It was so cold. And I remember, because I have like this wagon that I bring when we do something outdoors, just in case one of the kids just get tired and don't really want to walk. I'll bring that. And we ended up stopping at Duck Donuts and getting donuts. And then we got hot chocolate when we got there. And we got French fries because my son, he loved French fries. So we went and walked through there. But I just remember being so cold that I didn't even want to stop to, like, take pictures. I was like, oh, my God, like, standing here is just my nose. I'm not dark skin. So, like, my nose was red. My cheeks was red. I was like, oh,
you turned into a reindeer.
Yeah, I was Rudolph that night. Yeah, Rudolph the red-nosed feet. So I don't want to do that again. So when I recognized that the weather was a little bit better this weekend, I was like, okay, this might be a good weekend to go. So that's what I probably plan on doing. But we'll see. What about you?
Yeah, I'll tomorrow morning I'm going golfing for sure. With the weather being nice, definitely gonna do that.
You are addicted to golfing. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. And then I know tomorrow afternoon I'm gonna do something with the family. We'll probably go to like a brewery or something outside, something where, the kids can enjoy themselves, with the weather on the weekend and, maybe get some food and, something to drink. And like I said, maybe go see some lights or whatever.
Yeah.
So many different places. One good thing about Hampton Roads, man, I love here. They got so many different things that you can go and do.
You're too far away from the mic.
Yeah, there's so many different things you can go and do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Like you said, because the weather is going to be good. It's playing golf and just kind of kick it with the fam.
Yeah. And then outside of that, finish up some Christmas shopping I need to do. It's crazy because I ordered a bunch of stuff online. And yesterday, me and my daughter were walking out the house, and it was this huge box sitting on my porch. And she was like, "What's that?" And she's 8, so she's I would say she's pretty nosy. So I was like, "I don't know what that is, Jada." So I bring it inside the house. I'm like struggling to get it in because, like I said, it was big and it was heavy. So I'm bringing it in. I get it in. She was like, "Well, let's see who ordered it." So she goes and looks at the label. She was like, "Mommy, you ordered this one. How you don't know what it is?" I was like, "Girl." Oh, my God.
That's funny.
Don't fact check what I tell you now.
Yo, that's funny.
Yeah, I was like, man, you can't get nothing. So I'm like, okay, FedEx. Can y'all deliver in the morning or at, like before the kids get out of school? Hey, look, come on now.
Hey, look, I'll tell you what. Was it last week or earlier this week? Mm-hmm. Amazon, boy, they deliver late.
Oh, they do.
Man, I had a package that got
to my house. 11.
Yeah, it was like 10 something at night. Yeah. I was like, goodness gracious. Like
they do.
Because I'm an early bird. Like I heard like I got the Ring app. And so I heard like, something, the Ring thing go off or whatever. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Look. On my phone, it was a person dropping a package off, and then because I'll see them because I go to the gym in the morning like 5:30. So when I go in the morning, sometimes I'm like, even sometimes where I would sleep already and I didn't even hear the app go off or somebody at the door or whatever. I wake up, there's a package there in the morning. I know like when I shut the house down at 9:30, there was nothing there. So I'm like, dang, they come in late as I don't know what.
You said shut the house down. What does that consist of?
Because
I do that too. Yeah,
just cut all the lights off, make sure all the doors are locked. Okay. Just that kind of thing.
I do the same exact thing. Yeah. That's so funny. So like,
I hope everybody does it. I mean, turn the lights off and lock the doors. Right?
Maybe. I don't. I check the doors that we don't even use that much. So like, for example, the patio sliding like type door. Mm-hmm. We barely go out of that door.
There's things that can access into your house. Right?
Yeah. For sure. So. Yeah, I even check those when I know for sure nobody has gone in or out of those doors. So, yeah, it's just a habit of mine. And then I also check my kids have a bad habit of not closing the garage door all the way. Like they'll close it, but it doesn't like, you know how when the lock actually enters the hole in the, and it says click. You can hear it, you know? Mm-hmm. And they have a habit of not doing that, where the door, if you look at it, it looks closed, but it's not.
Yeah, not latched
So
on.
one day, one of the kids forgot to do it, and it was a day that, this was a couple years ago, maybe like 3 years ago. And they forgot to close, they closed it, but it wasn't closed all the way. And then there was like a gust of wind that night. And the wind was blowing so hard that it like kind of blew through the garage, and then it blew the door open a little bit, and my alarm system went off. You talk about my heart jumped out of my chest. Mm-hmm. This was like back in 2007, 18, 19 or something like that. Mm-hmm. I was so scared. Mm-hmm. So scared. So ever since then, I triple check everything.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood,
yeah. Most definitely. I'm checking everything. And I do my car as well, too.
Yeah.
So I'll, like, click the lock button, because people from other neighborhoods like to go into the good neighborhoods and steal stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the life we live in. Mm-hmm. My bad. I'm waiting on a final CD to come out.
I think that's it, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we did not do the
the knowledge, the question, like the knowledge question.
The knowledge question today.
Yeah.
Just recap and think of some mortgage-related questions, and see if you know the answer to them. We've given so many exercise your knowledge questions in the past that
we took the week off.
Yeah,
the week off. On
yeah,
it.
We took the week. We gave you guys a break. No homework this week.
There you go.
We all loved when the teacher said that.
Yeah, right.
No test, no homework. But we should have some new visuals coming out for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
New pictures, new updates, more posts. So if you are listening, repost. Give us shout outs, tag us if you can. My social media is SKB_mortgage.
Yeah, and mine is Bryan_Royster.
All right. So we will see you guys next week.
See you next week.